name is Gaetan Pelletier. I'm the Executive Director of the Northern Hardwoods Research Institute. This three-part video series is inspired by a presentation that we made at the Forest and Bees Industry Forum in Fredericton on March 16th, 2023. It is undeniable that our hardwood resource in New Brunswick is challenged. It doesn't matter if hardwoods are on crown lands or large industrial freehold or small woodlots. There are several challenges that we need to face. Our first challenge is that the species composition of the mature tree layer is changing for the worse. So these are the commercial sized trees greater than 10 centimeters at DBH. We've looked at two successive forest inventory cycles in New Brunswick of recent, and we've tracked the change in that layer. What we've noticed is that sugar maple has been declining in proportions by approximately 20%. Red maple, on the other hand, has increased its proportion by about 60%. American beech has been declining a little bit. There's an overall reduction in growing stock of hardwoods, and there's an overall reduction of trees large enough to carry saw logs. Using the same data, we've noticed also that many treated areas in the past fail to meet regeneration expectations. Again, when we compare two different vintages of inventories over the last 10 years, we've noticed that sugar maple regeneration has declined, red maple regeneration has increased, beech regeneration has increased substantially, so has the non-commercial strata. The good news is yellow birch has also increased in proportion. These changes in inventory, both at the mature tree level and also at the regeneration level, eventually materialize into changes in growing stock, but also the annual allowable cut that depends on it. So overall, if we look at crown lands, and this is an old analysis from a previous management plan, the new plan is not out yet. What we're noticing is that overall tolerant hardwoods have declined. The proportion of sugar maple has also declined, and the proportion of large trees that carry saw logs has also declined. All of these affect the annual allowable cut. The fourth challenge that we are facing relates to the way we manage the forest. Overall, it is our impression that the hardwood strategy that is adopted in New Brunswick lacks the sophistication that's required to address all the gaps that we mentioned earlier. Overall, we feel that the strategy currently used is borrowed from softwood management. Harvest-based silviculture is not understood at the level that it should be if we're serious about managing hardwoods. And also we're missing some mechanisms that are required under a results-based regime to monitor, adjust, correct course for attaining those desired outcomes. Finally, we noticed that attaining the basic outcomes or the basic objectives that we've set forward for the hardwood resource are still not met. Here we see the pyramid of basic priorities for silviculture of hardwoods, and then looking at the base, regenerating desired species and also reducing the risk of losing value for the crop trees that we leave and maintain is barely met currently. If we go further up the priorities, improving growth on crop trees and then improving the quality of those crop trees, There's still substantial challenges there. So we still have big gaps in the way we're managing our hardwood resource under the current context. So this is the end of part one of this presentation, but we encourage you to go to our website, www.hardwoodsnb.ca, and check our silviculture prescription system section, where all the concepts we're talking about today can be found.